Welcome back to a new food reviews with Fatty. As always, I'm your host, Fatty, aka Jay. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. So I do have something, as usual, slightly different. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, now you know. So this is the pain in the a-hole. Very pain in the a-hole. Because it's just like a 15-step process is what it feels like. Although it's only like 3 or 4 processes. I don't know why that there's companies like Red Lobster that want to put out these products. But they couldn't just go ahead and put a little butter and a little bit of honey together just to dump over their honey butter biscuits. Our secret recipe, as the box might suggest, is to just add butter. That is no joke. I can't make that up. You can see it right there. Our secret recipe, just add butter. Because butter makes it better. Butter makes it better. So Red Lobster wants to sell their butter biscuits, but they can't just put the butter and the honey on the biscuit. That way when you cook it, it'll just cook. Instead, they got to make it a whole process. Like literally from cooking the biscuits to melting butter, mixing in their stuff, to spreading it over the biscuits, whatever. All I want to say is one thing and one thing only. It's not worth it to risk it for the biscuit. Sue me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. I did say it wrong. It's the biscuit. Come and risk it for the biscuit. If you don't know what that is, maybe you should look it up. Because there's literally the worst song in the world on the internet. This lady sings and her husband... And I don't know if that's the right way the song goes, but I did see it on a podcast, the Kevin Nash podcast. Shout out to Kevin Nash. I love you guys. And Sean Oliver. They do a podcast that's called the Click This Podcast. I don't even need a sponsorship, but if they want to sponsor me, that's awesome too, because they're both big celebrities in their own right. But it's not for that. It's more for what I saw. The video is just like this insane lady and her husband. They're both in the middle of a thrift store, and they're just... It's the biscuit, taste the biscuit. That's basically the words. It's just she's singing it in a sing-song term. So she's like, it's the biscuit, taste the biscuit. $5.99 or something like that. Like it's like some kind of... Apparently they own a company and they're trying to get people to come eat their biscuit. I don't know. All I know is the lady in the video definitely gave me what would be referred to in nowadays, and even since 98 from the band, she definitely gave me a limp biscuit, if you know what I mean. So anyhow, this is supposed to be the new, even though these biscuits have been in Red Lobster for like 25 years, it's the new Red Lobster. Honey butter flavored, not honey butter, but honey butter flavored biscuits with other natural flavors, ready to bake. And their secret recipe is just add butter because they can't afford... And, Red Lobster can't afford to give you the butter and the honey put together in one packet. Okay? It makes no sense. But just make sure you keep them frozen, because if you don't keep them frozen, geez, it won't work. It just won't work. Now they do mention that there's 8 servings per container. Serving size is 1 biscuit per 8. Calories are 160. Dietary fiber, nothing. Total sugars, 3 sugars. Protein, 2 grams, and sodium, 460 milligrams. Who would have known the one biscuit would be that much? When it's a biscuit with a crap load of butter. Who would have known? Also, these do run at like $4.98. They sell them at Walmart. So it's garbage, but it's garbage that Red Lobster wants you to think is really special. And I'll just read their little slogan to make it even better. Red Lobster, simply meets delish. From our kitchen to yours, enjoy a sweet twist. Oh, tits. A sweet twist on our famous biscuits. Tits? What? A tits twist? A tits twist? I've heard that before. It's called a titty twister. Apparently they have a sweet tits on their biscuits. So I don't know how that works because I didn't get any tits in the box. I don't know. There was nothing in the box besides these crappy biscuits. And I'm going to show you those here right now, actually. So yeah. Here's the biscuits. Once I actually made them. The honey butter biscuits, as they call them. As you can see, they're not really that impressive. They don't really look like... I mean, they look like the biscuits from them, but at the same time, it's like... This is what they do with these big companies, especially Red Mobster is what they should be called. Red Mobster, because they're always trying to rob your wallet. Not sure I'm going to be happy with this because it don't even really look good. You can't see it in the picture, in the video. But a lot of that, even when I put the stuff to it, still didn't come out the way it's supposed to. I did cook this for 20 minutes at 360. 360 in an oven. They were supposed to be browned, which they are browned on the bottom. I also, afterwards, once I pulled them out while they were cooling down, I melted the butter that took about 1 minute and 30 seconds with the packets that come with this in the packets. And this is what I got afterwards once the packets were spread evenly across the biscuits. So it's time for me to try the biscuit. Kevin Nash, thank you for my childhood. I might have been saying that because these might be the last biggest biscuits I ever eat. I might just die today. Jesus. It's the worst. Like, you'd think the butter and honey flavor together would melt into the biscuit. But apparently it's just the biscuit. But it's the biscuit. If you want to, you can taste the biscuit. Here you go. I'm doing it for you so that way you don't have to buy this garbage. I wanted to say crap and garbage at the same time, so I came up with garbage. I mean, I don't know how these companies get away with it. Just to be perfectly honest, I don't know how they get away with it. The biscuit is not really impressive. There's really no honey flavor. And to add to everything else, it's like $5 for 8 of these things. And 160 calories per. Now, lately, I haven't really been watching my calories, so maybe I don't give a crap. I kind of fell off for a little bit because I'm going through a series of problems that have come up. And I may or may not. Wow. 1 second. I understand how it's so chewy considering that there's very little butter. Like I added like 4 tablespoons of butter, which is supposed to be a quarter of a cup. And it's just so it's like mushy. And if I would have added what they really wanted me to do, which was a little higher than that, this would not have panned out very well. So yeah, I'm not really impressed with this. This is really something that's disappointing to me. You can take it for face value. And when I say face value, if you want to look at the biscuit one more time, I'll give you the biscuit, and you can look at it one more time. Because it's the biscuit, taste the biscuit. There you go. It's a freaking disgusting looking biscuit, really, honestly. Even with the camera angle, if I push it over in the light, it still looks like a big pile of... But I do have an opinion about this one, at least. This one was easy. Among all the things that I have around here that I want to do reviews on, this one was the easiest. But I'm going to let Mr. Predicto speak first. I'm just crush the rest of this little tiny piece of biscuit while he tells you what he thinks. Mr. Predicto, do these. Oh. Red Lobster Honey Biscuit. Oh, sheesh. Do these Red Lobster Honey Butter Biscuits suck?
It cannot be determined at this time.
My dude, you suck sometimes. Mr. Predicto, yes or no, do these Red Lobster Honey Butter Biscuits suck?
You can rely on that.
Okay, so he's for sure for that one. By the way, just for the record, I don't have any control over what he says. I just make the videos. It is a novelty item, so obviously it says what it wants to say. Every now and again, I'll let it run twice. Just so that way I'm not just putting out my opinion. And also, just for the record, this is going to be a long bit of a subject. And if you are not up for it, it's cool. I'm a food channel. I do food reviews. I have lots of those going on. I'm definitely looking for food companies that will offer sponsorships, or food companies, or companies that are not food companies. And that would open me up to a whole new horizon where I could do videos for you as well, who are not food companies. Specifically for the purpose of being able to get it out to the masses, or at least the people I got right now. And I'm working on building followers daily. And I also have literally right around 12,000 connections on LinkedIn. So when I post a video, a lot of times that goes pretty well. I apologize for the hiccups. Apparently this honey butter biscuit doesn't agree with me. But the thing is I want to get out, is if you're a food company or any kind of other company, all right, if you want me to do honest reviews and also post to all my social media and promote your company, please do contact me. I'm working on this diligently, and I'm ready for any company that comes my way. And yes, I know what you're thinking out there, everybody that's watching in YouTube land. Anybody who's watching, maybe I'm selling out. But in all honesty, I'm going to always be honest about my food reviews videos and everything else review videos. But if you're a company that thinks your product meets the standard, that I wouldn't have to be like that, I would definitely like to speak with you. And you can contact me at foodreviewswithfatty@gmail.com. So, with that being said, hopefully there's somebody out there that wants to contact me. I'm always checking my emails and my Gmails and my all mails, including my mail from the mailbox. If you want to send it to my mailbox, it's 8400 49th Street North, apartment 504, Pinellas Park, Florida, 33781. I thought I would just tell you because I've been telling this to everybody for like 3 months now while I'm working on trying to find something better while looking like Forrest Gump, kind of, when he grew the beard. I'm getting pretty funky looking. I know that. I'm about to shave it again, I suppose. Or at least clean it up. But, yeah, I mean, there's going to be lots of other reviews. I just want you guys to get with me with this one because I feel like that I'm just not doing what I want to do in the way that I want to do it. I want to have a lot more subscribers, a lot more people that really want to support me. I would like to see a large amount of subscribers before the end of the year in order to keep me going, because I'll be honest with you, you guys ain't gonna like what I got to say next, but it is what it is. I'm a dying breed, and when I say dying breed, I mean I might be dying. I have some issues that I would rather not disclose on the camera, but I have not been feeling as well as I have in the last couple years that I've been putting up these videos. I'm not saying I'm dying. I just don't know what's going on, and I'm not feeling that well. And I'm hoping that I can just not get, I don't want no pity for me as a person. I just want people. As a person, I want a family, and I couldn't have a family because I've never had kids. I've never had a wife. I've had a couple girlfriends, quite a few girlfriends. But I've never had anybody that really cared about me except for my mom and dad. My mom died in 2011. And my dad is still here with me, luckily, after a stroke in 2023 and a major heart attack in 2024 that nearly killed him. He had a triple bypass. So I am truly alone. Like, you guys help out so many people on the internet, and I'm so happy about that. I'm not asking for monetary gain, I'm asking for subscribers. So maybe you could consider my humanity for once, being as that I continue to try to put out these videos even when I'm not feeling like it at all, or even like a human being. And maybe you can have some sympathy at least. You know? Contemplating some kind of Patreon or something. I have Patreon, but nobody donates to it. And the internet just doesn't seem to care about somebody who's really hurting. But they always take care of the people that are not. And it confuses me because if I had large jugulars or a vagina, you would care. But since I'm a man, you don't give up. Well, you know what I was going to say after that. I won't go there. But I just want people to understand that I'm going through a hard time. My money is entirely short, and I don't have much time probably left on this earth. I would guess, because there's been some things health-wise that I dealt with last year. I ended up in the hospital in October 2024. And since then, I'm not doing any better. So maybe somebody can, like, you know, feel my pain at best. I don't want money. It'd be nice for people to help me out. Start a GoFundMe if you want to. Maybe me and my dad can get out of the squalor that we're in, because we're in a little crappy 900 square foot apartment in Florida for nearly $2,000 a month. I mean, Florida is just ridiculous. We're trying to get out of Florida even. I am anyway. $2,000 a month almost just for rent. That's not including this electricity that you're watching. And everything else. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe open up a GoFundMe for J Pump. And maybe somebody will sponsor me, because the sponsors are heartless. It seems like anymore. Because they'll sponsor people that got 100 million followers or 1 million followers. But they don't have the heart to sponsor people like me. I've been asking for a year. And I don't want them to just give me money. I want to really help them out to grow their channels. So, hey guys, maybe every food company and every other a-hole out there that has any other kind of company, maybe you could stop being an a-hole and help out the channel. How about that? There's Web VPN, Shark VPN, friggin', Jesus, I could go on for days on the names of things I've seen that are helping out channels that are far less significant than somebody who's just being really honest about their products. I mean, I've got products stacked up here. I couldn't even... I mean, look at this. That's just one idea. That's 5 different items. I'm working on making these videos, but it's like, what am I doing when nobody wants to help me out to continue to make videos? So that's all I'm asking. I'm not being an a-hole myself, but it's funny how these companies like the VPNs and the friggin' Blue Chews and the a-holes that come along with these Blue Chews and all this crap will be like, oh, Bert Kreischer, sure, let's get him, but won't help us out here at Food Reviews with Fatty. So maybe you can do that. Open up your heart, man. Come on. Anyway, I'm not going to sit and go on forever. This is the longest video I've made in a long time. And yes, it's a rant, but it's just frustrating because there's people out here that are trying to bring honest food reviews and honest reviews of products, period, to the table. And we're not getting noticed because we won't pay YouTube and Google and Mark Zuckerberg's punk. Well, you know where I want to go with that, but his punk. Anyway, I don't see why you should have to pay a corporate sponsor big bucks when you don't have big bucks. I'm poor. I live in Florida with $2,000 a month rent and no job. Currently, anyway. I've had jobs since I started this, but with no job currently. It doesn't help me out. So if anybody wants to sponsor the channel, stop being an a-hole. Go to foodreviewswithfatty@gmail.com. Send an email. I'll talk to you. I'm very willing to sponsor your products on the channel and on all my social media, which is the LinkedIn. I have 10,000 plus connections. So if that's what you want, then so be it. If not, then I got a big FU coming toward you. With that being said, I'm done talking. I'm frustrated because it seems like every time I do something, it's a back paddle. I'm tired of taking 2 steps back when nobody will take 2 steps forward with me when it comes to companies and everything. So I'm just going to shut up. So in which case, I'm going to call it a day. And if you don't know, now you know. This is how I call it a day. Food Reviews with Fatty. And hopefully a sponsorship wants to sponsor me. Out.